Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Study with Soumya. I hope you all are well and safe. So in today's video, we are going to solve a lead code problem, that is validate binary search tree. So first we will discuss the approach, then implementation of the same, right? So if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe this channel. Do share this channel guys, your support is very much needed, right? So that I can put more content on this channel, which is obviously going to be very helpful for all of you, right? So without wasting any time, let's get started. So this is our question, validate binary search tree. The question says, given the root of a binary tree, determine if it is a valid binary search tree. A valid BST is defined as follows. The left subtree of a node contains only nodes with keys less than the node's keys. The right tree of a node contains only nodes with keys greater than the node's key. Both the left and right subtrees must also be binary search trees. So for example, see, here the root node is 2. Now on the left of the root node, we have 1. So 1 is less than 2, condition is true, right? And on the right of the 2, we have 3. 3 is less than 2. Oh, sorry, 3 is greater than 2, condition is true, right? So this is a valid binary search tree, right? Let's see another example. So here the root node is 5. So at the left, 1 is less than 5, condition is true. But on the right we have 4. And it is mentioned, see, here it is mentioned the right subtree of a node contains only nodes with keys greater than the node's key, right? So here you can see 4 is not greater than. Obviously it is less than 5, right? So this is not a valid binary tree. So basically we have to tell whether a tree is BST or not, right? So first we will see the approach of the same, and then we will implement it. So let's start with the approach. Okay, so here we have these two binary trees, right? So first of all, in this first tree, if you will see, 1 is less than 2 and 3 is greater than 2, yes, it is a valid BST, right? So if you will use DFS, so for this one the condition is satisfied and we can conclude that this one is a BST. But if you will implement the same approach, that is of DFS here in this case, so first we have 6 less than 7, okay, that's 10 greater than 7, that's also fine. Then we have 5 less than 10, yeah, that's correct. But see, one rule is violating here. 5 is less than 7, so it must be at the left of 7, not at the right. This condition is false. So if you will use DFS, then you can only keep track of the root elements. So if you will compare 5 with the root element, so in that case condition is true, that it is satisfying BST condition, right? But although if we will compare with what is given to us in the question and what's the reality, that 5, it is less than 7, so it must be at the left of the tree, right? But by using DFS approach we cannot determine this, so in that case we will get wrong answer, right? So what should be the next approach, or what could be the approach that we can use to implement the same? So let's discuss that. Okay, so we are going to use pointers approach. So suppose we have two pointer to keep track of the range within which a particular node lies. So we have a min pointer and another one is a max pointer, that is also null. So initially we are initializing both of these pointers with the null value, right? Now what we will check, so see, if you will move to 6, right? So here, from moving here, what we can determine, that whatever value is going to be at the left of 7 should be less than this 7, right? So what we can conclude, that max is going to be 7 for the left node, max is going to be 7, and after this if any other value is there, like min value, it can hold. So min is going to be null itself, right? Because we don't know what min can be. But see, max is going to be 7 itself, and whatever node is here should be less than this 7. So that's why we have updated the value of max as 7 and min as null. So here we can see that 6 lies within this range, right? So okay, that's the condition is true. Let's move to here. So here we have that whatever value should be at the right of 7, it should be greater than 7, right? Minimum value should be 7. So we can update the min value as 7 and max as null itself, right? So even 10 lies in the range, so that's totally fine. Now same applies here as well. So here also, whatever value should be lying in the left of the 10 should be like, it should be less than 10. So max value here is going to be 10 and min is given 5 itself. Okay, sorry, 7. Yeah. So what you will see here, that 5 is not lying in this range. Okay. So from that what we can conclude, that it is not a binary search tree. Okay. So let's see another example. So here we have 2, 1, 3, right? So initially min and max both are null. Both are null. See, if there is root element is null, then obviously it is always going to be a binary search tree, then you have to return null, right? So here we have, what is going to be the max value here? 2, right? And min is going to be null. And here as well, the min value is going to be 2 and max is going to be null. So now we can see that 1 and 3 have no child, right? So they are like null. So we can determine that yes, it is a valid binary search tree. So this is the approach that we are going to use. Let's implement the same using C++. I hope you understood the approach. In case of any doubt, do comment. Guys, this is a very famous question and recently asked in Facebook, Amazon and Google itself, right? So let's see the implementation now. So here, first we will check that if root equal null. So in that case, what we can determine, that it is a binary search tree, so simply return true. If this is not the case, then what we have to do, so what we will do, we will simply define another auxiliary function to check all the conditions and all the approaches, the two pointer approach that I just discussed. So let's take the name of function be dfs itself, right? And we are passing root to this null. Okay, so remember that our min and max were initialized with null, so I'm passing the same, right? So here we have a private function, so it is going to be of bool type, bool dfs, and tree node pointer root comma tree node pointer min tree node pointer max, right? So now first of all, okay, so even after going through all the tree, finally we have to move at null, right? So here also the base condition is going to be that if root equal null, so simply return true, right? And next we will check that if for any value of min that is not null, and similarly for max as well, so else if min not equal to null, right, and root that is root value is less than equal to min, right? So in that case what we can determine, that it is not a BST. Also same thing we have to check for max case, right? So max or max not equal to null and root greater than equal to right, here also I have to do it like min that is min value, and here it is max value, right? So if this is the case, then simply what I have to do, just return false, right? It means that it is not a valid binary search tree, right? So even if this is not the condition, so what we will do, we will simply go through all the remaining nodes, all the remaining child of our binary search tree. So for this we will call our dfs function. So we will move root left child first, and you remember that when we were going through the left child, what value we were updating? Max value, right? So here we will right? Simply root. And similarly, we will move to the right child of our root node. So root right, and in case of right, what value we were updating? Min value, right? So here we have root and then max, right? So let us run our code. Oh, by mistake I have make it as capital, because in Python we do have capital. Okay, so let's run our code. So it ran successfully. Let us submit our problem. So let's check. Okay, so it passed all the test cases and it's showing the runtime is 8 millisecond faster than 96.90% of C++ online DST. That's kind of good, right? So I hope you understood the problem, and if you really did, if you like the explanation, then make sure to share this channel, make sure to like this video, and do subscribe this channel. Thank you so much guys. Bye bye. Keep learning, keep practicing.